Well, right now, taking the bus is not an option for late-night partiers, but that could change. City officials are looking at 24-hour transit. And as our Min Dhariwal tells us, there is a lot of bus riders who say Edmonton is not just a 9-to-5 city anymore.
Well, David, out of the dozen or so riders I spoke with, many complain that the buses don't run late enough into the night. While some say it's tough to get home after a night shift, others say it's the only way to get home after a night on the town. As a nurse, Mark Pozan holds down a challenging job, but getting to and from work is often a bigger challenge.
Personally, I think the bus service going 24 hours, that would help us a lot.
According to the Transit Riders Union, the lack of service is the biggest complaint when it comes to riding Edmonton's buses. Either the service ends too soon or doesn't start early enough.
It stops too early if you're out having having a night out, even for young adults, it's still too early. I think it's 1 o'clock for the one, and that's
24 hours I think is good. It definitely helps out a lot of the working people in the city. Like you said, shift work is a lot in Edmonton.
We're well behind Toronto and Montreal run 24-hour service, Vancouver and Ottawa until about 3:30. But if you keep working your way down the list, Calgary, Winnipeg, Hamilton all run later than us.
It's a major problem for one of Edmonton's hottest night spots. Down on White Avenue, whether it's the partygoers or those who serve them, the need for extended hours is getting desperate.
There are thousands of people who are trying to leave here at nighttime. Not only patrons, certainly, of the pubs and clubs, the employees, and citywide, we have a lot of activity through the night.
But the transit union says there aren't enough drivers to go around, and drivers are worried about their safety. Now, Transportation and Public Works Committee will get a first-hand look at this report next week, and it'll give them an idea on just how much 24-hour bus service is going to cost, and more importantly, what it's going to take to make it happen. On the 120 Jasper Place, Min Dhariwal, CBC News at 6.
While many people want 24-hour bus service, it will come down to how much it's going to cost. Here's some of the numbers city councillors will be looking at next week. An additional 90,000 hours of bus service for an entire year is what's needed. That's an extra $6.3 million in driver and fuel costs. Another $1.6 million would be needed for safety, security, and on-road supervision, bringing the total for 24-hour service to nearly $8 million.